Hey team, Jesse Reynolds here. Want to get another wild video out to you about the topic of momentum. Uh, we've got some incredible momentum going on around the world of AdvoCare right now, and we've got some incredible momentum going on around our team. And it just seems like AdvoCare Corporate continues to do just these small little things intentionally and by design to allow us to continue to sustain and advance our momentum. And so the first thing I want to make sure that every one of you understands is that momentum is a leader's best friend. It makes you look better than you are when you have it, and it makes you look worse than you are when you don't have it. So it's awesome that we all have momentum right now. Some of us have higher momentum than others, but we all have momentum going, just especially coming off the heels of the Line of Two promotion and the biggest pay period in company history and all those great things that just happened the past couple of months. So we have this momentum. And so now we have an opportunity to continue to sustain and advance that momentum. See, we are entering into the summertime. And, Memorial Day was just yesterday. It's kind of like the unofficial kickoff to summer. And so with summer starting, what is easy to do is to allow distraction to set in. And distraction can sometimes come from some very good things. We need to spend time with our families. We need to do fun activities. We need to have time for recreation. Those are all things that we need to do. But what I want to also encourage you to do is not do it at the expense of your momentum. See that everything goes in cycles and there's ebbs and flows, and that's no different here in AdvoCare. AdvoCare is always a great business opportunity. It's always a phenomenal income opportunity and an ability to change other people's lives. But some parts of the year are higher momentum than others, and just that as in general, I have observed over the past 6.5 years that sometimes people tend to kind of check out a little bit, Thanksgiving through Christmas time, and sometimes people tend to check out, beginning of the summertime. And again, all for great reasons. Holidays are very important times to spend with family. Big summer vacations, all the kids are home out of school. Those are great things that you need to invest your time into. But let me encourage you, do not do them at the expense of your business momentum. There's a reason why you said yes to AdvoCare. There's a reason why you are building your business, why you have done whatever level of activity up to this point to build your business to whatever point it is at right now. I hope that reason has not changed. And I'm willing to bet, again, especially for most of you who are parents, who are married, if you want debt freedom, don't undo everything that you've done to pay down debt by going and charging large vacations because you quote unquote think you deserve it. Again, we are blessed in this country with so many freedoms and so many liberties that so many others do not enjoy. But do not kill the momentum you have in debt reduction. If you have gotten started on the products back in the spring, and maybe your goal is to lose 60 pounds and you're already down 30, do not undo the product momentum you have going right now by just pigging out at Memorial Day barbecues and 4th of July and this, just all those other things. There's always going to be opportunities for distraction. If you built great business momentum, and your goal is to be making $5,000 a month so your wife can come home and get to be the primary influence in your kids' lives, and you're making $2,500 a month right now, don't check out for the summer and then have your business fall back to $1,500 a month come August. See, in August, there's success goal, and we will all see a great accelerator to our momentum that we have. But I know about momentum. There's two ways you can approach it. You can kind of say, oh, well, it's the summertime and everybody's kind of checks out a little bit, so I'll just kind of check out too. And that is absolutely a decision you can make. Now, I would encourage you not to make that decision, but that is a decision you have the opportunity to make. The other thought you can have is you can identify that that's what people's tendencies are, and you can have a champion mindset and say, you know what, we're going to go against the grain. We're going to go against the current of what most people are choosing to do. See, Beth and I, we were that way for several years. Our first 5 years of our business, we were the same way. Oh, well, it's just the holidays, or oh, well, it's just November, and the stuff kind of happens. And guess what? Stuff would just kind of happen. But then go back to November of 2012, and we said to ourselves, what if we decided to work harder now than we ever have before? And what if we decided to go against the grain, go against the current of what most people are choosing to do? What would happen to our business if we entered January 1st with super high momentum? Well, let me tell you what happened for us. In November of 2012, we earned $7,000 that month. And again, that's a great income. We were very solid Ruby. We had an Emerald pin. Sometimes we hit it, sometimes we didn't. that we were making a nice income, very comfortable income. But we worked with massive action, with focus through November and December. It sounds silly. I even remember in December, the first Hobbit movie came out, and we wanted to see that, but we said, you know what? We can rent it on DVD. And we did. We worked with so much focus that we didn't allow ourselves 3 hours to go to a movie one day. And what happened though was we looked up in April of 2013, just 5 months later, and Advocare paid us $22,000. Because guess what happened? January 1st did hit. January 1st is when momentum and weight loss season and New Year's resolutions comes around. People want to pay off Christmas card, credit bills, and all those things. That did come. But guess what? We weren't then scrounging around to start up momentum, which has lag time. We already had momentum. We already had business builders. We already had product users. And that's when we saw our income literally triple in a 5-month time frame. So let me ask you this. What if you worked with focus through June and July? What if you went into Success School with momentum? I'm not saying don't take a single family vacation, but I'm saying don't take a 10-day vacation and turn your phone off and not make a single call or talk to anybody for 10 days. What if you worked as hard as you could around the other commitments you already have, and maybe even what if you said no to a couple short-term commitments? Would it be worth it if you took one less family vacation this summer to be a full-time family by next summer? What would that look like for you guys? And so we tripled our income in 5 months. So think about it. Where's your Advocare business at right now today? How much have you made in April or May recently? And what if you worked with focus this summer? What if you didn't just create momentum, but you sustained and advanced your momentum and let Success School do what Success School does come August? And then you saw your income triple September, October this year. Would it be worth a few extra hours of effort? Would it be worth a couple extra calls every day? Would it be worth an extra mixer every week? Would it be worth getting to one more big regional event? I don't know what it is that, where the areas are that you can grow and exchange things, but just the reality is Advocare does have incredible momentum. We see that growth chart all the time about how we're going from 100 million in 2009 to $1 billion company in 2014 in a 5-year time frame. I think a lot of times we just kind of take that for granted. Guys, that is unheard of out there in the business world. And that's just kind of commonplace. That is what's going on here with Advocare. But here's the question for you. So Advocare has all this incredible momentum. Advocare is from my perspective, a once in a lifetime opportunity. Here's the question. What are you doing about it? So you have this incredible opportunity in front of you. What is it that you are truly doing on a day in, day out basis to create those future freedoms for your family? I encourage you to think about that. I encourage you to evaluate and be honest with yourself about areas where you can increase a positive slight edge, where you can create some more momentum, and then just ask yourself, would it be worth it if you worked with intense focus the next 2 months to go into Success School with super high momentum? You guys are champions. Let's go out there and change some lives.